Hey everybody, before we begin, I just want to make an amendment to the announcement that you're going to see after this part of the video. Um, in the next part of the video, I'm going to give people details if they would like to provide a potential segment for video testimonials through my website. I'm giving the update that if you do so, it will not be viewable on YouTube. That means the only way anybody can see your testimonial is if they go directly to my website and they click on the video of, whatever testimonial, reel, testimonials, etc. So if you want to provide a video testimonial, and I give the details in the following video about how you would go about doing that, then remember, it will not be viewable on YouTube by anybody. It's going to be a private video, so no one can even see it in the listing. And it will only be viewable through my website if people go to my website, click on the video, and view the testimonial. So basically, if nobody goes to my website, or, whoever doesn't go to my website isn't going to see you on the video. It's only people who actually go to the website and click on the video. All right, that said, I have updates for you coming up, and I will see you later. Hey guys, this is Hale for HES Ultimage, and this is just a little intro with some updates for you since I'm kind of trying to add a little bit more to the channel and switch it up a little bit. So I'm just gonna try and, be spontaneous and describe all various things that I'm kind of coming through with. Okay, so first one is, from now on, I'm trying to do a little thing that for me was fun, and I think it wound up being fun for everybody else too. I'm going to start offering one free mini monthly every month, okay? So here's how that's gonna work, and I'll tell you how the idea originated. I got food caught in my teeth during the Leo video, and it was right in the middle of the message, so I couldn't edit it out. So I did a little guessing game with them for them to win the free mini monthly to guess what I ate for dinner that night. And it worked out, and somebody got it, and they got their free mini monthly, and it drove a little bit of participation, and at the same time it's like the opportunity for me to give back to by giving a free little reading like that. So here's how it's gonna work. Leo's already had the opportunity, so from now on it'll just be one sign every month will get that opportunity to get the free mini monthly, and it'll be some dumb question I'll ask her, something really trivial. It's not like something that you can study for, It'll just be some random question, maybe about like just stuff about me or whatever, like something simple that nobody could really know. So that way it's like perfectly fair that everybody just has this random silly guess, and then you might just win the free mini monthly. It can only be given to one person. So, because otherwise then if I'm doing like 12 like free mini monthlies, it's gonna kill me. And you guys already know how like I've had to watch over exerting myself before. So it can only go to one person. So you leave your answer in the comment section, and that will be, your answer is like locked in, and then I'll send you like a private message if you won. But also like put in the comment section that you won as well. So it's like whoever answers it first is the one who gets the free mini monthly. So if you answer afterwards, it doesn't count anymore, guys. I mean, that makes some sense. But yeah, I just wanted to cover that. I'm excited to do it. I thought it was a lot of fun to do it, and I mean, I like to be able to do, that little something extra. It made me feel good, too, to be able to do it, because I was like, rather than getting everybody yelling at me about having food caught in my teeth, I'll just, like, preempt it and make it into something positive instead of into something negative. All right? So, that said, I really enjoyed doing it, so I'm going to keep doing it. All right? So it just means that one person every month out of the viewers who choose to participate in that little guessing game. Again, it's only going to be one side a month, guys. So you can either look for it, because you can look for it. I'll do it at the beginning of the video unless I do one of these little update things first, in which case I know it comes second, or I'll just put it in the beginning so that way, it's not as much to have to sift through. But So that means, you know, if it's Leo one month, it won't be Leo again for another year, okay? Like, I'm going to try and rotate them, but I'll probably try and stagger them around and switch it up so, you know, so that way I keep it like a surprise, okay? Instead of making it too systematic. But I wanted to clarify that it's not going to be in Leo for 2 months in a row or twice in a year, okay? So for those who enjoyed the Leo one and, you know, got to have a chance at that, now it's going to be in the other videos, okay? Again, the only way you're going to know it is by seeing the intro where I go, hey guys, you got a chance to win a free mini monthly. Here's the stupid question. I'm sorry to keep calling it a stupid question, but I want to clarify. This isn't about book smarts. This isn't about, you know, who can look things up on my Facebook. You know, it's just a random thing that you just guess and maybe you'll win. It's that idea. All right? But, yeah, and that one's a recorded reading, so I just send it through the email. But, hey, it's a free reading. Awesome. All right, so that said, moving on to some other stuff. I had an idea, and I'm going to put it through to you guys. And I may or may not execute this idea. I'm going to see what the response is like and what comes through, and from there I'll make my decision. So here's the thing. Everybody who's seen my website knows that I don't have any testimonials. This is the reason. It's because I always believed that I did not like written testimonials at all, because anybody can write a written testimonial. So it's like, I could have written them all. How would you know the difference? And I'm like, screw that. I mean, as much as it's nice to see a written testimonial and go, well, you know, that's, you know, whatever, it's great. But at the end of the day, how do you really know that was real? So this was what I was thinking, and we'll see how this goes, or if it winds up materializing. So hear me out. For those of you who have gotten readings from me before, here's how I got this idea. There was actually the winner of the prior month's mini monthly was so nice, and she actually sent me a little like 2-minute video response to her reading, and it was just shot off her cell phone, and it was really great, and it was just like really nice to put a face to it and like see that, you know, it made a difference for her and she felt really good about it. And that's what I was thinking would be really great for the testimonials if I did them. So here's my idea. All right, so if you've had a reading from me before and would like to provide a testimonial, here is how I would like to do it. If you could take like a 1-2 minute video off of your cell phone. So really low budget, you know, no high production value here. Just like a simple, no frills video, just saying, you know, how you felt about your reading, you know, what makes my particular style appealing to you compared to others, or, you know, how it came through for you, and all of that. Then you would send that to me to my email. If you've had a reading from me before, you probably still have my email. It's just my name at Gmail, just to refresh your memory. You can also send me a contact form through my website saying you'd like to be a part of the testimonial reel, assuming that I put everything through and put it together, because basically then what I'd like to do ideally is fuse all of those little few-minute clips together into one video that I will embed only into my website. Because that's the other thing. Like, I understand that if you put your face to it, then it's not perfectly anonymous, but you don't have to give your name. You don't have to give your country. You can if you feel like it, I mean. Or you know what, actually, I kind of think telling your country might be fun, since I know I get a lot of business from all over the world, and I think it's really cool personally. And I like knowing that there are people all over the world who, you know, enjoy what I do and benefit from what I do, thankfully. So maybe your country would be cool if you go, okay, From here, this is, how I got this reading, and I liked it, etc., etc. Or, he really picked up on these things, and that was pretty cool, etc. Like, however you want to put things or word it, I'm not a stickler with that. But you don't have to give your name. You can if you want. But the idea is, because I really want to make this clear, I don't want the testimonial video to be a part of my regular YouTube because of the fact that it's not really necessary. In that way, your privacy and your identity are being, kept more low-key. I understand that as a client, you don't really feel like having people comment on you, and honestly, I can totally understand that. I mean, I signed up for this. I signed up to be at the scrutiny of all people all over the world, and I have experienced things where people will just comment and just be mean or something, and I was like, I want to protect my clients and my fans from that kind of treatment. So if I do that testimonial reel, I'm going to make it, ideally this is how I'd like to do it. Ideally, I'd like to make it as a private video and just embed it into my website. So the only people who can watch it are people who are actually coming to my website and looking for a reading, and they can't even comment on it. Or if I can't do that, then I'll make it a public video that would still be accessible through my YouTube channel, but I would disable comments completely. Because it's like, I don't want people to comment on my clients or my fans. That is not a part of this package. So, so that said, if you would like to provide that 1 minute, 2 minute, like just a few minute testimonial thing off of like your cell phone, and most cell phones have a camera now that faces you and you can just talk into it. And most of them too have a feature where you can literally just forward the video through an email directly to me. Or to yourself and then to me. So it's like, I think it's a cool idea. I think it's very unique. I think I've never seen anything like it before where people do video testimonials, which I think is so much more intimate, so much more genuine, so much more me, I think, judging by the way I do things. I mean, oh my god, I got this one comment, and this person who was trying to just kind of like hater on me was like, sit in a chair, man. It's like, that's not who I am, And I mean, I always want to be true to myself when I do this, as much as, true to my identity and what I believe and everything like that. And I would never do testimonials any other way. So I mean, if I only got like, a few people, okay, because if my fans or clients just don't happen to know how to use their cell phone cameras or something, some might not, it's not a big deal, then I can always just put this off for another time. But I just think that this would be a really cool idea, and it's the only way I would ever want to do testimonials. So if anybody is interested in doing that, you can take that little video of yourself and then send it to me, and then I can, put them together into a video. Ideally, that would be great, but I mean, at the end of the day, I realize that if people don't want people to know that they got a reading from me, that's a-okay too. So I'm cool if it doesn't work out, but I just had like a vision of, wow, this would be cool, so I'm just putting it out there. I mean, I've survived, a whole year with 0 testimonials and get plenty of business, so it's not really necessary, but it's just like, to me, it's like, if I was gonna do it, this is how I would, and it would be a nice little addition, so. Alright, so that said, thinking if there's anything else that I'm gonna kind of go into, yeah, I mean, I think I'm pretty good. So that said, on to your scheduled programming, and thank you for listening. Hey Virgos, this is Hal for HES Ultimage, and this is your channeled tarot forecast for the month of October. Hey guys! So yes, I am revamping the name again. I evolve with the channel, as you know, and now at this point I know I channel my higher self, so I'm like, I think higher self forecast just feels weird. So I'm just gonna say channeled tarot and/or tea leaf forecast from now on, and that'll cover things, alright? So, yeah, for those of you who have been with me for a while, it started off as divination forecast and became spirit forecast, and now it's, channeled forecast would be the best way of describing it. It's like, because at this point, I'm kind of, of the belief of either, You know, it could even be something as far as how we're using, you know, our minds and bodies differently, or our brain or our DNA differently. And that's how I've really learned, and how I've grown a lot, you know, and how I've learned to use my abilities in the most constructive and positive way. And, you know, I'm still getting it, like, externally through my higher self and all that stuff, but it's like, I'll eventually make a video about this, hopefully. But yeah, it's more complex than people make it out to be, and, you know, I learn just as much as anybody else through experience, and to me, that's the only learning that's worthwhile. Alright, okay, so we're gonna do a slightly different spread this time around. This month I'm doing it a little bit differently, since now I can channel a lot more, so I don't need quite as many sectors. So that said, got some new cards to show you this month, and let's get started. Alright. Okay, alright. Okay, cool. First one for Virgos in October is Panda, which represents the energy of willpower. Okay, alright, cool. Okay, so in this case, this is an orbit around the one sector of high trump, because you've got two sets of high trumps that are equally high this month. This shows me that you will need to constantly, propel yourself through the month and give yourself more energy, fighting spirit, etc. To me, spiritually speaking and mentally speaking, it's like you need to constantly be drinking coffee, but not literally, unless you like caffeine. I would say it's much more about on a mental, spiritual, philosophical level, etc., that you're stoking your flames, you're giving yourself greater energy and motivation. Okay. Here we go. Alright, I gotta give you the mid-trump, because this filled in that other element that I needed, because I knew I got caught in the throat a few times when I was talking, and I was like, ah, shoot, I'm going off track of the channel here. Woodpecker is the mid-trump, which is layers, and the idea is digging deeper, okay? So there we go. Pushing that forward now big time, because that's what I needed to get through. Alright. So again, and these are really awesome cards, so I want to give you a good look at them, because they're pretty sweet. Woodpecker is layers, okay? That being your mid-trump. It's the energy kind of a little bit below the other stuff, but it is very important. Because Panda is showing that you need to dig deep and dig deeper into, whether it's things that you're trying to come around to and understand this month, or projects that you're trying to really, I would say, succeed on a deeper level, or just work a lot harder at. Okay, and that's what I really need to push through. Okay, so digging deeper, working harder, burning the midnight oil. Okay. Give me 1 second, because I'm bringing in the other cards now that are the general cards. Big set on here. Give me 1 second. Okay. Condor. Yeah, okay. Condor, which in this case has to do with, it's... Okay, there we go. In this case, it's about how much you focus on things. And again, that's coming through a lot with the Panda card, about having to really apply yourself very deeply. And I gotta bring back that Woodpecker card again, about the fact that it has to do with layers. And it might be layers that are required to pass, or kind of dig through to get what you need or want. Alright. Okay, next one is Grouse, which is the card of healing, and Kiwi, which is lessons. Okay, give me 1 second. Grouse and Kiwi are here, and I'm being directed already to another card, so I just gotta go with it, guys. Okay. And there we go. Oh, man, for those of you just joining us, I choose cards by energy. I don't just shuffle them and lay them out. My guidance tells me which cards to pick in which positions, and that's how it works. Your first high trump, central card, or root card as I would call it, is Owl. Lessons, assignments. In this case, I was literally assignments, but Kiwi lessons is really the same energy. Yep. So you really are going to be getting some big karmic lessons coming through this month, or big life lessons, you know? Um, as far as like, okay. I would say things that we learn through experience. God, it's so funny how I opened this with a spiel about learning through experience. But, because I didn't do that on the other videos as much. This is going to be a big part of your message in October. All right, so the idea is, learning lessons through direct experience and through an assignment that you're receiving through circumstances this month is going to be big. Okay, so here's what I want to push through. Yeah. Push through a little bit more. You need to learn the lesson and you need to accept the assignment for what it is. And because Panda is the orbit around that owl of assignment, it means that you need to dig that much deeper and work that much harder. And that really is a big part. Okay. Because you need to keep digging through the layers and figuring it out. Okay. Okay, cool. And I haven't pushed Woodpecker enough because that's the whole point. Because I kept, like, getting caught in my throat, which usually doesn't happen, because I knew that I was ignoring something that I had to be giving through more. The layers is a really important part of what to highlight, and the layers is really going to be the thing that you look back at, yeah, at the end of the month and watch this again and go, oh, damn it, it was the layers. That was the thing that really confirms to me what I was going through. Okay? And sometimes this energy presents itself in a variety of ways. In your case, it has to do, though, with the layers, whether it's through work or relationships, you have to be diligently applying yourself to go through those layers, okay? So whether philosophically, emotionally, the layers of your connection with another person, the layers of a particular project, or getting through the day-to-day of work this month, it is all about the layers, okay? So it's not like, you take a little dig out and you're like, oh, I'm done. Sweet, I learned my lesson. It's like, it's a process this month. It really is. Okay, cool. Next orbit card. Okay. All right. Next orbit card is Hawk, and I'm getting, I see it, like, I get it. I see, I see. It shows the idea that through, this next, yeah. Through this next set and through this month, it's going to be about realizing things through this process, which I already covered a lot, but you're getting that much more confirmation. And because it's part of the orbit of the next card, it shows me this is going to be part of the key of how you get the message this month. Okay, all right. Okay, cool. All right. Okay, cool. Give me 1 second. I need to go into detail about this one a little bit more. So this idea of perspective, yeah, it's a concept that, in hindsight, then we can see, why we had to go through what we went through and had to dig deeper than ever before. All right, cool. There we go. All right. Okay, I'm gonna start talking, and give you part of this because this was a really long channel. When you see me really focusing like that and like jolting a few times, every time I jolt, I get a word in my head, basically. Okay, there we go. Got it summarized. It has to do with layers of who you can be and who you can become. Okay, higher and better than before is the idea. Okay. And that was the whole point of the unicorn, because they were focusing on the horn here. And it had to do with like higher, better, aspirational. And that's what's kind of coming through with that. And because this was okay, yeah. Because this was the energy that I was getting, I have to say, when I was seeing this card with Owl and this card with Kiwi. I have a feeling you're going to be getting Divine Challenge energy this month, which means you're going to be challenged, you know, and it's going to feel like a challenge, you know? So when I say challenge energy, it means you might have some things you need to work on this month, but at the end of the day, it's to see yourself as more capable. Yeah, good. All right, because then bringing back that panda card, again, it has to do with having the wherewithal to follow through, to feel confident in your own ability to apply your own effort, and, you know, get through the layers again of what we've been mentioning. All right, okay. Okay, there we go. And then bringing it home for you. Core card in that unicorn and hawk orbit there. Mountain Goat. Mountain Goat's about tenacity, consistency, working hard, getting into the nitty-gritty, not giving up, okay? So this is a really, really big theme for you. So now I'm just going to wrap it up and bring it home with this, because I've really been getting pieces of it, and now I finally just get all the pieces. Yeah. All right. That, you know, I already had the pieces there, and I just had to find the perfect focus there, and yeah, here it goes. It's already there. All right. So just to sum it up, yeah. To sum it up, you're going to have to dig deep this month and believe in yourself and your ability to get the job done, okay? And that you're the person capable of getting the job done, okay? Because that was part of the learning that's going to happen here. And again, we had Kiwi lessons, grouse healing, and the condor, which had to do with, you know, seeing the greater perspective and other things like that. And, you know, then the woodpecker with the layers, okay? You're going to be challenged this month to a degree, but the idea is you're being challenged so that way you can look back on it and go, oh, I was so much more capable than I thought I would be. There we go. So that said, yeah. That said, that's really the focus. So this month you are going to be challenged. It could really be in any area of life because of the fact that, you know, I give it to you when it's really specific, but in this case it really is all different areas. So it could be relationships, could be work, could be financial. But the idea is whatever the challenge is, okay, again, there are layers to it. There are different parts of the process. This is one of the key integral things, so please remember this part, that it's not just one and done. There are multiple parts to this picture, and there are multiple layers to it, so do not underestimate the layers. Keep pushing and moving forward with it. All right, and that said, it's really just a month to teach you more about how capable you are, and I think knowing, you know, the general Virgo mentality, self-doubt can be something that pops up very instantaneously, and I don't think that it's necessary, you know? And some signs have an easier time of that, but I think this is a really great Virgo lesson, really, just in general, even on top of the month of October in particular, that you're more capable than you realize, and you don't have to feel like you're not, you know, the one who can make things happen or get through or make it through, okay? Because so often, too, it can be an instantaneous feeling to just, you know, fall into the doldrums, fall into the shadow and go, oh my God, I'm, you know, helpless, I can't do anything about it, or my hands are tied, or I feel like I'm being put upon in some way or punished in some way. It's not the case. This month, whatever the challenge is that you're facing that has these multiple facets or parts, is being given to you so that way you can look back and go, I'm proud of myself for having, you know, made this work, made this happen, gotten to the bottom of this, okay? And that's the whole point. So by the end of the month, you should feel good about yourself that you managed to make something work or got to the bottom of something, okay? And that's the whole point. So again, it's like, even if it's challenging in the beginning, remember, this is meant to make you a stronger person. And even more than that, to see yourself as a stronger person, all right? So that said, I do personal readings. If you want one, go to hesultimage.com, spelled just like my channel, and I'll see you guys later.